everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Shop Adventures, my weekly excursion where I leave the homestead here at Athletic Geek HQ and search my bounty of comics, graphic novels, collectibles, action figures, and all things in between. First things first, time to talk about what stood out from last week's bounty, and I enjoyed Batman. I really like this kind of weird alternate world with, I don't know what Tom King is setting up exactly, but with the Thomas Wayne Batman who's carrying guns, and with the Riddler and the Bat villains being police officers. I don't know what's happening yet, but I'm very intrigued to see where the storyline goes and how it continues, so hats off there. I like Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. Maybe it wasn't as good right out the gate as Matt Fraction's Hawkeye book, but it was still like a really, really interesting and fun type of story with a long-time supporting character. So I really enjoyed that book. And Deadpool was good, and I didn't realize that this was actually the end of Scotty Young's run on the book. I wasn't aware that that this run was coming to an end, so I was a little sad to hear that, or to kind of read that at the end of the book. But I thought it was a nice little send-off for a good writer writing a fun book. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that really stood out. I will say this: Nightwing wasn't great, but I believe it did stave off getting. Wasn't really going to get cut, but I think I'm going to start reading it a little bit more closely now. I think the new direction's intriguing me. It wasn't a great story, but with what they're doing, my interest has peaked a lot more than it has been with Nightwing. So, don't really want to call it a pick of last week, but it did surprise me, and the future may be a little bit brighter for that book than I thought it was. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys when I get back here to the homestead with this week's bounty. Hey everyone, I am back here at the homestead here at Athletic Geek HQ. Got an interesting bounty this week, so let's get right to it. The first book we have is House of X #1. It is the big X-Men event book for this summer. And we'll see how it turns out. Marvel books as a whole have been kind of iffy. What's good from Marvel is still very, very good. Some of them even great. But at this point, I for better or worse, I go into both Marvel and event books with a tremendous amount of trepidation, and yeah, so we'll just see what happens with this. I am an X fan, even though Uncanny X-Men's been kind of up and down for me, but we will see what happens with House of X and see how this affects the X-Men books going forward after this event is over. House of X #1. From there, we go straight to the world of DC. We have Detective Comics #1008, and I've been singing the praises of Peter Tomasi and his run on Detective Comics thus far. I really like the two-parter that he just had with the Spectre, and I don't know how that's going to affect this new story arc, or if that's just kind of a prelude to this story arc. But I've enjoyed it so far. I really liked what he just finished, and looks like he's using the Joker just by the cover, and we'll see how this ties in with the Year of the Villain and with what's going on with the Bane world over in Batman, the other Batman title. So, yeah, very, very excited about Detective Comics. Detective Comics #1008. From there, we go to Justice League Dark #13. Yes, I like this book, but it's not really gripping me. I kind of like what they're doing with Dr. Fate, but it's just kind of having a hard time holding my attention. I'm kind of hoping it has its own Nightwing moment this week, to where I'm kind of thinking that one I kind of disliked that book and was being a sucker and only buying it for collectible purposes. This one I still enjoy a little bit more, but I'm kind of hoping it has the Hawkman / Nightwing moment where I'm like, yes, this is why I keep reading this book. So, we will see. Justice League Dark, number 13. From there, we go to The Flash, number 75. It is the finale to the Flash Year 1 story arc. I've really been enjoying that story arc. Just very, very well written. And, yeah. Really excited about to see how they finish things up with what's been a very, very good take on an origin story, especially with, the kind of directions the Flash can go in, and I've liked it so far, and I really hope it goes out with a bang. The Flash, number 75. From there, we go to Action Comics, number 1013, and it's a Year of the Villain / Event Leviathan tie-in, and I'm just kind of curious what they're going to do with that. I like the first few parts of Event Leviathan, but we'll just see if they're stretching Bendis too thin with that. But we'll see, I guess. I mean, I wish I could say more about it, but like you're combining two overarching stories at once. I just don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. So, and again, Bendis, while he's done some great work with Superman and with the DC characters, he's also had some stinkers. So, I'm curious. I'm just curious with what they're going to do with this. Action Comics, number 1013. And to conclude the comic book portion of this week's bounty, we have Terrifics, number 18, and yeah, this book's okay. It's staved off being cut and eliminated from the pull list, and it's a fun little team book with B-level characters. What's not to love? What's not to love about this? And I love Plastic Man, and this is how I get to read some of Plastic Man, and it's actually very entertaining in this book. So yeah, very, very excited about this one. Terrifics, number 18. And finally, something we haven't had in a number of weeks here on the Comic Shop Adventure, I have an action figure 2-pack. Technically, this was not bought at the comic shop. I had to take a little detour by Target, but I found this gem, this Avengers Marvel Legends 2-pack with Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, and Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. These are the only two MCU Avengers I don't have in my Marvel Legends collection, so was pretty pumped to find this. Just when I had to make a small stop by Target. Apparently it's a Target exclusive, and it was going for quite a sum of money on eBay. So with as tempting as it is to try and flip this, I'm way too much of a Jeremy Renner Hawkeye fan to not have this as part of my collection. And after Endgame, I really did, and I came to respect Black Widow a little bit more. I never trusted her. I always had a trepidation about Black Widow because I'm like, oh, she turns on the Avengers so much, I don't trust her. And then in Endgame, with what she does, I finally found out she was trustworthy. So now I retroactively like Black Widow from the MCU. So yeah, this is the one that's got me the most excited. I was so happy I was able to find this, and I haven't had a collectible or any action figures on the adventure in quite some time. So I definitely wanted to show this off as part of the bounty. It's also got like an Ant-Man and an Iron Man, just a bunch of heads in there. I don't know what those are supposed to go to. I don't know if there's I don't think there's a Build-A-Figure as part of this, but maybe they're just there for other figures in the line. I don't know, but yeah, this has made me happy. This has got me excited, and ready to put both of these with the rest of my MCU Marvel Legends, and yeah. Oh, so pumped up to find this. So, yeah. Go look for this. See if you can find the bargain on it at your local Target store before you decide to pay big money for it on eBay. And that is it for my bounty this week. Let me know what you picked up at your local comic shop in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, give it a share. If you'd like to see more content, please subscribe. I have content not just from the world of comic books, but from the world of gaming, pro wrestling, and all things geek culture. Please go like the Facebook page at facebook.com/athleticgeek89 for more content on my Facebook page. Every Thursday, you will find my collection comic of the week that is exclusive to my Facebook page. But other than that, I'm out. Y'all be cool. Later.